Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, colleagues, and so forth and so on. Right now in our country we have an interesting thing that's happening. Career politicians are going to be looking for new jobs pretty soon. This is something that hasn't happened in a long time in our country. Right now across the country we have a few very interesting primary races that are happening. Senator Harry Reid is on the run right now from his competitor. Barbara Boxer is on the run right now. And our own Senator John McCain is on the run right now. Right now I'm debating on who to vote for. My own personal decisions for senator. We have J.D. Hayworth right now, who is running against Senator John McCain. J.D. Hayworth is a fairly popular fellow right now. He's got had a very popular radio show, was a fairly successful congressman, and he's running against one of who could probably be arguably the most powerful Republican in the Senate right now. Typically when I go to the polls and vote for someone, I kind of weigh the options. What am I looking at? Senator John McCain, he served Arizona and his country for the better part of his life. Practically his whole life, unless the first 18 years he was in the military service. He was a JAG attorney. Prior to that, he was an Annapolis graduate, an Air Force pilot, a JAG attorney, and he almost made the ultimate sacrifice for his country as a POW in Vietnam. His competition right now is J.D. Hayworth. J.D. Hayworth was a sportscaster. I remember J.D. Hayworth when I was in high school playing football. And I remember him flying in his helicopter to interview us. He was a congressman, and I think he was marginally successful as a congressman. He did a fairly good job. He then became a lobbyist when he lost his job to a Democrat competitor, and then soaked the taxpayer for lots of money as a lobbyist. So I weigh these options. I go, McCain, Hayworth. So I started to change my pattern for looking for candidates. I tried looking for personality. And I look at McCain, really somber, very quiet fellow. Then I look at Hayworth, who's not very quiet, not very somber. I don't know if you ever listened to his show, but I would like to have some of that time back in my pocket because, boy, I couldn't understand half of what he said. I lean towards McCain, but actually there's a third candidate who I will get to that nobody's really ever heard of. This third candidate has absolutely no platform whatsoever, absolutely has no gumption to excel whatsoever, and I'd like to know why. Our first candidate was Senator John McCain. I actually got to meet Senator's wife today. I actually was at his condo, which prompted me to give this speech. It wasn't a good thing. I had water flowing into his condominium. I got to meet the guy to go fix it. I got to meet the missus. I met Senator Congressman Hayworth, our next fellow, and I found him to be very pleasant. I've been very fortunate to meet both of them. I found them both to be very eloquent speakers, very intelligent men. Actually, Congressman Hayworth, I voted for him. I voted for him when he first ran. I voted for him when he got bumped off. And I think he would still be a good congressman if he was in that. Senator McCain, ever since I could vote, I voted for Senator McCain. I thought he's done a wonderful job. Dedicated to his country. I wish he had been elected president. I think he would have run the country with a very good demeanor, a certain level of integrity that we haven't seen for quite a long time. I really wish I could say more about Senator McCain, but I think that everybody who's watched the news knows quite a bit about him, especially if you watched the last candidacies. J.D. Hayworth has been, I think, other than being a lobbyist, I believe that his record is pretty clean. He actually sponsored the Amber Alert, which I think was a huge feather in his cap. I thought that was excellent for us, and it saved a lot of kids from being kidnapped. A lot of helps me on my commute home. But there's a third candidate that I truly am going to vote for, because I now have my true method of selecting candidates, and I do it on looks. Senator McCain is not a good-looking dude. I'm sure you've all seen him before. He's kind of lopsided on one side of his head, which is sad. He's a good guy. Then there's that guy. Wow. I can think of a bunch of other people I'd rather be sitting next to on an airplane. That's sad. That's mean, but anyway. The third candidate that we're pick for is one I think will bring true beauty to the Senate, and that's that fella right there. He has absolutely no platform, no gumption, and will accept any bribe that you give. He will be auctioning off BLM land for campaign contributions, and will do it freely, unabashedly, and I'm doing it in front of a camera at this moment. I offer my candidacy as your next senator, and I truly hope you will consider me.
See, that was a wonderful speech. He admitted to me that he put that together in 15 minutes, and he printed those pictures using his portable printer in his truck in the parking lot downstairs.
Oh my God.
Good job pulling it together at the last minute, but I know that the wheels in there have been working on this for a while. And I can tell because you gave us some great facts up front. Even though you did start out with your voice a little soft. You have that casual, one-on-one conversational type of speaking. You have great things to say. And I really, really like the way you came out and said some different things. And I especially like the way you put your hand on the lectern, gave it that pause, got the attention, and then said, wow! And everyone was listening. Those are really great little parts of your speech that shows that you're progressing as an advanced speaker. Even though you were sometimes soft, you were loud, which was appropriate at the right times. There was a lot of variety in the tone of your voice. You did bring it down. And then when you were flipping pictures and saying different things about the characters, you did bring your voice up and use some variety as you expressed each one of those and explained about them. Your vocal variety did enhance your speech. Your organization was wonderful. It was very simple and to the point. You didn't have a whole lot of stuff. You had 3 simple pictures which you used several different times. So you flipped them back and forth. But it was great props. The use of it was wonderful. They were very visual and easy to see. You had some terrific words. Platform, I have no platform. It was super how you told us about that, and no gumption. McCain versus Hayworth, that's something that's on everybody's mind, so it was a good idea for your speech. Just when I thought you were a shy guy, when you flipped that last picture over, I thought I was going to roll right off of my chair, as well as everyone else. You pulled it together there at the last second, leaving us with a humor. Just, we were roaring. What a wonderful job there. You got a lot of information, good research. You ended with a super bit of humor, and you did meet the objectives of your speech with a lot of vocal variety. Thank you.